Hey guys, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're talking about the amazing traction control, and I'm going to show you an example of it right here of Jeep. Okay, Jeep is amazing. Now, as far as traction control, Chrysler products, Ram products, Jeep products, they blow everything else out of the water. I've owned so many F-150s and so many Ram trucks and so many Jeep vehicles that, and even Toyota. And Toyota's about second, I would say, maybe, as far as how quick their traction control kicked in on the third gen. On the fourth gen Tacoma, it's a lot slower. It doesn't even really kick in very well, as we noticed in slip tests. But Jeep straight up crushes it when it comes to how precise and quick it kicks in. So we're going to leave this in two-wheel drive. Same thing happens in four-wheel drive, okay? But, you know, whether you even lockers off. But so what happens with traction control is sorry, we know that basically in two-wheel drive, as soon as one wheel loses traction, then that's the maximum amount of torque transferred to the other wheel, and so the other one loses traction as well too. Okay, it's the way it works in an open differential situation with the lockers off, how we are normally going to be driving a vehicle. But here what happens is, as soon as this wheel, say this is the drive wheel, as soon as this wheel starts to slip, Jeep immediately kicks power over to the other one by applying brakes to this one to create more torque, using the brake system and a computer, and it gives more power to the other wheel, and it gives them both the same, it gives them power so that they can get you out of here. And if you're in four-wheel drive without a locker locked, it does the same thing in the front end. So it's very, very precise with the traction control. And this hole right here is not very big, but it's got a pretty good wash in the middle of it from where all this water was running through, coming down through there, and it just worked through, and there's a pretty good little hole in there. I just came through it, but I had to use that. I felt that traction control kick in. So we're going to show it to you real world here so you can see what happened. So I'm going to pause this, set up a tripod, and we'll show you. All right, now what's going to happen here is, as that Jeep goes through and we hit that deep spot of this, what's going to happen is you're going to notice a wheel start to spin in the back, almost like it slows down for a second, and we're immediately going to start going because Jeep is going to transfer that power to the other one. We're going to do this in two-wheel drive. So watch what happens. All right, so you saw it firsthand right there. When we hit that wash that's inside of there, which are a big issue down here, you always got to be careful of those because some of them can be 3 feet deep and pretty brutal. But what you... All right, we got a little wash in the road. I thought I'd better stop and just check it because it's been, you know, it's been one of those kind of deals. So I came out, looked. Here's a Jeep right here, 35-inch tires. Look at that. That is a solid 3 feet deep. Look at this thing. 3 feet deep through there and a hard rock edge. Look at that right there. Whew. Guess we're not going this way, but good thing I stopped and paid attention. Like I said, that's some serious depth. I mean, even if I just stick my boot right here, look at right here, and look at how far down that goes. You saw was when we hit that, and then that one wheel, when that one back wheel, either one that it was, lost traction first, and we started to slow, and the wheel started to spin, it instantly applied more torque to the one that had traction to get us out of there. It'll do the same exact thing to the front wheels in four-wheel drive as well too, and Jeep is phenomenal at that. So now the lockers are wonderful, don't get me wrong, I love having my lockers, but if you got a Jeep Willys or you got a Jeep Sport, you know, Wrangler Sport or Gladiator Sport, or even a like I said, a Willys, that traction control system is so advanced and so immediate and so powerful in a Jeep that it's unmatched. I mean, it's like having A-track on in a 4Runner. It is incredible what it can do for you, but that's basically what it's doing. So I drove through that in two-wheel drive. We got stuck in the middle, and Jeep knew it, and it gave me both rear wheels, where normally one wheel, as soon as one wheel spins, had we done that in a Ford F-150, which I've owned 9 of, Had we tried to cross this in a Ford F-150, we would have hit the center of that, and then that wheel would have started spinning, and we would have basically been stuck there, and then it would have been trying to jerk and do things, and it would have even just made it worse. Jeep is phenomenal at that system. And like I said, Toyota was with the 3rd gens too. Their 4th gen, not so much anymore from what we see on the slip test. When you watch videos by like TFL and stuff like that where they do a slip test, that teaches you how quick and advanced that system is and how fast it engages. And Jeep is second to none. There's nothing better out there than Jeep when it comes to that algorithmically controlled, computer controlled, limited slip differential that they give you, and you just saw it firsthand right there. It is such an amazing system. It works so good, and like I said, I use it so much. What we just saw right here happens to me so much because I don't need to be in 4-wheel drive out here. I'm on a road. I'm on a major road here. This is a sand road. This is like a highway through this game area here. But you run into these all the time, constantly. Most of them you just shoot right through. Like I said, no big deal. Some of them are so big, and some of them can get pretty nasty. And I've shown you some. I'll show you an example of a wash here that's 3 feet deep that you don't want to cross, and you got to be careful of those in here. But something like this, like I said, I'm not putting in 4-wheel drive for this. I don't have to. But here, in this particular situation, because of how soft, as you can see, how soft all of this is, it's underneath the bottom of that. It, like I said, 2-wheel drive gave it a fit for a second. Jeep realized that and said, nope, we'll give them power in the other wheel too and make it work through it. So fantastic job, Jeep. You did an excellent job and such a great vehicle. There you go. That's a little tip for you on how they work. Thanks for watching.